Hello everybody, welcome back to another video today. Before I start the video, of course, I need to tell you guys about what this is. Stanistan is practically an empire formed up of all the Stan names, the names that end with Stan. Maybe like, but there's other ones that aren't in English yet. We're only counting English ones here. So we got Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan. I'm pretty sure those are all of them, but I got all of them. And you may be like, but how is this gonna work? We're surrounded by really strong countries, such as China, number 3, India, number 4, Russia, number 2, and Iran, like, number 14. Well, Pakistan's number 9th, so I think this country would be... Oh, that's too far. I think this country would be the 8th or 6th? 8th or 7th most powerful country in the world. So they could probably take on Iran, but I want them to start off small. And by small, I mean not small at all. So let's just get right into the video, and I hope you enjoy. Yeah, it is Iran's time to fucking die. By fucking die, I mean fucking die. Because mere years after this country was born, they invade Iran. And get really close to Iran's capital real fast. They get real close to the capital, which is like right there. So let me just color in the capital real quick so you guys don't forget where it is. Let me just say it's right there. Yeah, let's just say Iran's capital is like right there. Actually, I want to say it's like more there. Yeah, let's just say right there. But that's not their focus right now. Their focus is to take the coast, because besides the capital, the coast is like the best thing ever. Maybe like, when did Saudi Arabia join this war? Saudi Arabia has the option not to join this war, because if they do join the war, then it'd spark everything up here in the Middle East. So they're not going to do that, and also because for simplicity's sake, you know. But we do have one country getting involved, and that is Iraq. Iraq got involved, which is kind of fun, I guess, for everyone. But after this, we then see Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, you know, get involved. And then we just see a whole Middle Eastern war break out. We then see Qatar join on the side of Iran, whatever, because these guys never attacked that. These guys, I think the Gulf Shield's a defensive pact, so yeah. So we then see Iraqi troops being positioned everywhere. I don't know if it's Iraqi or whatever, Iranian, I don't give a shit. We then see them invading from all sides, you know, fun. And then we see, oh, who's this challenger? Who is that? Wait, who is that? Oh no, who is that? Oh no. Oh no, who is that? Why must the Americans ruin everything? Wah. And I did say this in the World War II video, but this is where all of Iran's, like, you know, oil supplies are, and they completely capture all of it. So yeah, now the US has more oil to deal with. Oh yeah, also Qatar gets fucking wrecked. And Oman is focusing more in Yemen, while Saudi Arabia is focusing on the west of Yemen, while there's slight pushes on the desert side. And then we see a complete encirclement of the, you know, the capital of Iran. It is now then captured, which forces, you know, some fussy-wussy from Iran. Now, I don't want anyone else to get in this war. No one else is getting on this war, okay? No one else. Nobody else. Nobody else, okay? No one. Then, ignoring all geography, or, I don't know, but ignoring everything, ignoring all geography, we have them mating up, cutting Iran into 2, and separating, you know, the main army from the secondary army. After this, we see some movement on both sides. Mainly this one, though, as coast is being captured. And all of Iran's coast cedes over. Then we see some, you know, pushes along here. And this just falls, like, you know, this falls after a while. And then we have, after some bit of fighting, we have the complete fucking surrender of Yemen, who just dies. Then all of the Caspian Sea coast that Iran has dies, which forces a surrender between both of these countries. And now Iran will be divided up between these. We see Saudi Arabia get some land, Kuwait gets some land, the US gets some oil field, Iraq gets fucking murdered, and this land is ceded over to them. But we do see a problem with this, is that Azerbaijan and then Turkey will get involved. So yeah, they're not gonna hold off on that though. But now we have Saudi Arabia becoming more imperial and, you know, expanding, having more of expanding shit. So they decide to ally. They decide to ally with them. They're deciding to ally with the Stanistan. And who are they gonna ally by invading? They are going to invade. Oh yeah, I forgot Yemen. Well, let's just say Yemen already gets occupied. Let's say Yemen's occupied. To invade all of the Gulf Coast. So yeah, we see a landing made by, these guys. We see the landing by Stanistan all along this coast. While a push in the UAE kills it, and while Oman is getting murdered from all sides, and then they fall. Well, yeah, it was basically that easy. We're gonna have peace treaty. Basically, the Saudi Arabia is the most dominant one in the Middle East now. Well, Stanistan would be technically the most dominant in the Middle East if you counted Iran in the Middle East, but I don't know about Iran being in the Middle East more than, than it is. But then we see some more imperialism go as they invade Azerbaijan and Armenia. So yeah, we're gonna have the unlikely story that they're both on the same side. But Turkey doesn't get involved in this because in Azerbaijan, they don't know who to side on, so they're not going to side with anybody. They're not going to side with anybody during this war, and Saudi Arabia is not helping them because they don't have anything to gain from this. They don't have anything to gain from this invasion, so they're not going to do it. So yeah, I really don't think that either of these guys would last long. Neither of these guys would last long. Begin pushing up towards whatever, to the capital. They take the capital already. They took it already. And then a naval landing over here. It wasn't really like needed, but it was kind of. And then after we see the Armenian lose its tail, we then have it jolt and capture all of Armenia, and then Azerbaijan soon follows, and then it's gone. It got murdered. They got murdered. Okay, just deal with it. It got murdered. Okay. Now yeah, they're looking pretty thick now. They span from the Indian Ocean to the Caspian Sea over to Turkey, and then they almost reach Mongolia here, and then they border Russia as well. So the Indian Ocean to Russia. We then have the main part of this is that Russia, I don't know what they're going to do here in Siberia, but they're going to do something, okay? They're doing something. Now, this is 2023 at this point. Let's just say 2025. So, Ukraine, I think, would be part of Russia, but let's just say it's not part of Russia, but it's really close to being part of Russia. Let's just say that. Let's just say they got pushed back all the way to, let's say, here. They got pushed back to there. So they got pushed back... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Got pushed back to all the way to here. So yeah, they're gone. They're practically gone at this point. But we do have a Russian ally in this, and that is Belarus, which is that color. But then we see Georgia join in on this war to, stop from being invaded by them, and to gain, this stuff back from Russia. So let's just do this real quick. Let's just do this, So immediately we have some troops. After the invasion, we just have the troops being readied. We have the troops here and here. No, I don't know where they are exactly. I just think they're like again like right here-ish. Yeah, they're probably right there-ish. We then, after this, see Belarus completely get involved in the Ukraine conflict, which then pushes into here. They want to take out Ukraine. That's all they want, is to take out Ukraine. We then see Russian forces be pushed And see Russian forces be pushed back over here. Russian forces be pushed back while the main invasion begins. Now, the reason why they want Azerbaijan is so they can push up the Caucasus into Russia. They did not want Russia. They did not want the cold parts of Russia. They did not want that. They did not want to invade through that. They didn't want anything to do with that. So they just decided, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we just invaded the Caucasus? You know, mountains or snow? Which one's better? So Russia's being slowly invaded over here. I mean slowly invaded. I mean not slowly, since there's a big poof over here of invasion. Because this part isn't that cold. We then see some coasts be captured, and then a spearhead be made. Now the spearhead plans to meet up at Volgograd, where it is being sieged right as we speak. Or trying to be sieged, I guess. We have it being right there. Let's just say Volgograd's right there for this scenario. I may be moving them a little bit, but that's just because fun. After this, Russia moves a lot of its troops out of Ukraine to go fight against this, because Ukraine's not that big of a problem compared to this. So we then have Ukraine, out of all things, pushing back these guys. And pushing all the way back. And they even captured Kyiv, which is the main development of this war. They are reluctant to push into Belarus, because if they push into Belarus, then the people might see stuff. But they remember that Belarus declared war on them, so they push into them. And they capture Minsk with a surprising battle. Well, the spearhead here continues. And, you know, Stanistan and Ukraine ally during this war, so the Georgian stuff starts to push in from here into Crimea. A devastating blow for Russia, as Crimea, they once thought is Russian, is being pushed into. And as the push towards, you know, Volgograd continues, and more continue, and more continue. So as we see this, more land is being ceded over by the second, or not by the second, but like by the you know, minute, by the hour, okay? So there is a big, like a bit of a spearhead that pops up here, but it is eventually pushed back. Now people say the Battle of Volgograd is over when it reaches the border, and it did reach a border. But, you know, they say it's over, because nothing is close enough to take it. Well, this whole thing's over. They thought they were going to meet over with, like, this, or something, and they think that still. So they're not even putting they're putting, like, barely in defendants over here, and they're putting more defense, like, in over here. They're putting more defense over here, so they, you know, don't do that, but they've passed them. Which they won't, but there is a bit of, like, since there's forces over here, they push back all of this, and push back into there. Then we see some pushing through here, and then the Russians finally realize their plan, because they're dumb. Their plan is to encircle and take Volgograd, which is now named Putingrad. In this, you know, universe. But meanwhile, we have the complete surrender and collapse of Belarus. So it's gone. And then we see most Russian forces come out of Ukraine. When I see most, you're like, oh, but there's all of them. No. I'm just saying that because funny. Russia's not bothering with Ukraine as much right now, though. So that's fair. So that's the forces they have in there so far. They're sending heaps of forces over here in Volgograd, or Putingrad, whatever. Meanwhile, this whole part gets ceded over to the entire... no. We then have one spearhead and another spearhead connecting, you know, effectively cutting off all of this. Then we have another spearhead, which is set to encircle the city, but it's almost like cut off, so they have to retreat out. So yeah, this city decides the whole future of Russia, because I don't think they would like continue the war after this. I don't think they would push through. We then see some pushback and over here, which isn't fun. I don't think it's fun, but you know. Which finally the city's invaded and it's captured. Which after that, we just see Russia just sue for peace, because Russia would not do that. Russia would not fight a huge war that they're already losing. So, yeah, let's just go to the final peace treaty of this video. And this is the last peace treaty of this video. Well, we see in this peace treaty Ukraine gets some land, Belarus and Russia. We see Georgia getting some land out of Russia. And we see the complete annihilation of Russia by the Stanistan. They get some land over in the Kazakhstan area, and they get all of, like, the Caucasus region of, like, Russia, and they get all of the, you know, Black Sea. So, you know, they lost all warm water there. So, there is the, that's the, you know, the thing, that's, you know, that's the fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.